You call their name, hoping for a cuddle, but your cat simply turns around and shows you their back. Have you ever wondered why they do this? Most people assume it means they are annoyed, feeling independent, or just completely ignoring you. That is not the case. It is actually the exact opposite. If you misunderstand this subtle gesture, you might accidentally push them away right in the very moment they are trying to show you their deepest vulnerability. When a cat turns away, they are not acting like a distant roommate. They are operating on ancient survival instincts that dictate every move they make. To understand what is truly happening in their feline mind, we need to look at the world exactly the way a cautious wild predator does. Number 1. They are not ignoring you. In the dangerous animal kingdom, turning your back on someone is the absolute most risky thing a creature can do. Think about it for a second. Would you ever close your eyes and turn away from someone if you thought they were a potential threat to your safety? You might feel a little rejected when they face the wall instead of looking at you, but they are actually giving you a massive compliment. As both a predator and prey animal, your cat is highly aware of their surroundings. Their back is their largest and most vulnerable blind spot. According to anthrozoologist John Bradshaw in his book Cat Sense, a cat only exposes this blind spot when they feel absolute, unwavering security in their environment. By turning away, they are essentially taking off their armor. They are actively choosing not to monitor you because they know you will not hurt them. If your cat could speak in this moment, they would say, "I trust you so much that I do not even need to watch my own back." But what if their tail is twitching or wrapped tightly around their body when they turn away? That means something entirely different, which we will explain later. Number 2. They are acting as your personal bodyguard. When your cat sits facing away from you, look at exactly what they are looking at. Are they facing the doorway, the window, or the main entrance to the room? You might think they are just staring at a blank space. According to feline behavior expert Mikel Delgado, cats are naturally territorial creatures. By deliberately placing themselves between you and the doorway, they are doing something incredible. They are creating a protective buffer zone. They are carefully scanning the environment for potential threats so that you do not have to worry about a thing. When they do this, that is not them being cold or distant. That is your cat actively choosing to stand guard over their favorite person in the house. Just notice how their ears might independently pivot and twitch while they sit there. They are constantly building a complex mental map of the entire room. As both a predator and prey animal, they are making absolutely sure that nothing can sneak up on you while your guard is completely down and relaxed. If your loyal cat could speak to you in this moment, they would proudly say, "Rest easily, my human. I am keeping an eye on the door so you can relax." If you are deeply grateful for your tiny feline bodyguard, please take a quick moment to subscribe to our channel so we can continue uncovering their secret language together. Number 3. They are still actively listening to you. Have you ever talked to your cat's back and genuinely thought they were completely tuning you out? You might naturally feel a little frustrated,
Hey, buddy.
assuming they do not care about what you are saying.
Hey.
But the next time this happens,
Meow.
just look closely at their ears. Even when their entire body is facing the opposite direction, one or both of their fuzzy ears will often rotate backward, acting exactly like little radar dishes. A fascinating 2022 study by researcher Charlotte de Mouzon from Paris Nanterre University proved that cats can easily and consistently distinguish their owner's specific voice from a complete stranger. More importantly, the research showed they actively process your voice and track your location even when they appear to be resting or looking the other way. When they sit like this, they are not ignoring your voice. They are just comfortably listening to you without feeling the need to make direct eye contact. In the complex feline world, continuous direct eye contact can actually be a sign of aggression. Turning away while listening is a profound sign of peace and trust. They do not need to look at you to hear you. They are softly saying, "My eyes might be looking away, but my ears are completely locked onto you." Number 4. They are claiming your space. When they sit facing away from you, pay close attention to exactly where they have chosen to sit down. Are they resting on your closed laptop, your freshly worn sweater, or right in the exact middle of the bed you just made? They know exactly what they are doing. You might think they are just being stubborn, highly inconvenient, or deliberately
No?
trying to get in your
Oh,
way.
okay.
That is not
Staying
it at
put, I
all.
see.
It is highly purposeful. Cats rely heavily on scent to understand their world. By pressing their back against your personal belongings, they are actively depositing comforting pheromones from their fur. Feline behaviorist Sarah Ellis explains in her book that this scent mingling creates a powerful communal odor. It signals a shared, completely safe territory between the two of you. They turn their back to fully relax into the space, allowing themselves to be completely enveloped and protected by the comforting smell of their absolute favorite person. They are proudly claiming you as their family. If they could speak, they would say, "Where your scent is strongest, that is exactly where I am safest." So, the next time they claim your clothes, try to let them stay. But what if they choose to sit on the floor, completely out of your reach? Number 5. They are creating a secure base. Sometimes your cat will walk into the room, turn their back to you, and sit several feet away. It is incredibly easy to feel ignored or slightly unloved in this specific moment. But the truth is, their physical distance absolutely does not equal emotional distance. In modern behavioral psychology, this fascinating phenomenon is known as the secure base effect. Your mere presence in the room gives them the absolute confidence to exist peacefully. A groundbreaking 2019 study by researcher Kristen Vitale at Oregon State University proved that cats form incredibly deep, secure attachments to their owners, just like human babies. They do not need to be physically touching you to feel deeply connected. Just knowing you are safely behind them allows them to face away and relax. They are showing a profound independence that is entirely rooted in love, essentially saying to you, "I do not need to touch you, because I feel you." So, if they sit across the room facing the wall, do not force them into your lap. Simply let them enjoy the comforting, invisible shield of your presence. Number 6. The meaning of the tail. Earlier, we asked what it means if your cat turns their back, but their tail is twitching or wrapped tightly around them. You might naturally assume they are just settling in for a nap, or perhaps getting ready to playfully pounce on a bug. That is actually not the case here. When a cat wraps their tail tight or flicks it sharply while facing away, they are clearly signaling that they are feeling overstimulated, stressed, or highly conflicted. Research published in Current Biology highlights that tail movements are direct indicators of a cat's internal emotional state. A twitching tail often points to cognitive overload. They are actively choosing to turn away from you because they know they are frustrated, and they absolutely do not want to accidentally lash out at you. By breaking eye contact and hiding their face, they are desperately trying to self-regulate their overwhelming emotions and calm down before things escalate into a scratch. If they could speak, they would gently warn you, "I am feeling completely overwhelmed right now. Please give me a moment of space to calm myself down." When you see the specific tight tail posture, the absolute best thing you can do is simply walk away and let them decompress in total peace. But if their tail is loose, gently draped, or softly resting on the floor while they face away, you have been given the ultimate feline compliment. They are perfectly content. They are letting their guard down entirely because they know their beloved human is right there to keep them safe from harm. Your cat might seem incredibly mysterious, independent, and sometimes a little bit stubborn, but their subtle body language never lies about how they truly feel about you. The next time your cat walks into the room, sits down, and deliberately turns their back to you, do not feel rejected. Look at their peaceful shoulders. Realize that they are offering you the absolute greatest gift a tiny cautious predator can ever give. They are trusting you with their most vulnerable blind spot. They did not turn away to leave you. They turned around to fiercely protect you. And in the dangerous wild, that is the highest form of true love.